Hello, Degens! Welcome to Degenerate Takes, breaking news edition. I, of course, am the bro for 1 AJ. Joining me, as always, is the man with the numbers, sportsbook whisperer, college basketball guru, daddy of the diamond. All hail the king of the links, the money train, Mr. Noah Engelbretson. Noah, how the hell are you doing today, bud?
I'm great. I'm great.
Great.
Got to wake up and watch little Twins baseball. They had an early game today, and
Hell yeah.
looks like they should bring home the W here, and I think maybe sweep the Royals. I don't know. I'm paying close enough attention, but whatever.
Well, not bad, Noah. I mean, since you have been watching the game all day, I'm assuming you saw this breaking news banner coming in, reported by the Woj, of course, dropping a Woj bomb. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James has agreed on a 2-year, $97.1 million contract extension, including a player option for the 24-25 season. At Clutch Sports CEO Rich Ball tells ESPN. James had been entering final year of deal worth $44.5 million. The deal can increase to $111 million if the salary cap in 2023-2024 rises to a substantially higher number. So, I mean, LeBron James got the bag, obviously. He's LeBron James. No matter what was going to happen, he was going to get the bag. I don't know about you, Noah. I was a little interested in the fact that he re-signed this deal, especially with the state of the Los Angeles Lakers right now. They haven't really done anything to improve themselves except getting rid of Frank Vogel. I'm honestly surprised that he extended. No, it blows my mind that he extended. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I was a little surprised too, especially a 2-year extension.
Yeah.
With all the buzz that he wants to, finish his career by playing a season or two with his son Bronny, who, this now, if Bronny ends up being a one and done, he could be a rookie in the NBA when LeBron's in the final year of his contract with the Lakers. Obviously, he could just go and play with him then in his, second year in the NBA, or maybe LeBron doesn't have enough faith that Bronny's going to be a one and done. Maybe he thinks it's going to
Whoa.
take him 2 or 3 seasons in college to get to that point of being
Whoa.
drafted in the NBA.
Noah, you were talking about the king's son, some would say. I mean, I feel like I can't go on NBA Twitter without having to see some dunk LeBron James' son threw down and see Bron go crazy over it. But
Okay, that was a pretty nasty dunk though.
no, it was a great dunk. It was a great dunk, Noah, and every guy's gonna have their moment. But the buzz that Bronny is getting is not because of his basketball skills, because of his father, and so that's a whole other topic for later. Noah, what
Well, that's
you would know more
I,
about this than I do. What do colleges have him ranked at as a star recruit?
yeah, I was just going to say I can't fully agree with that statement. He looks to be a very good basketball
He looks to
player.
be an average basketball player.
I mean, he's a high 4-star, which
Is that what they're
you could
grading him at?
yeah, you could argue that some of that's name, but kid can also ball. I'm not going to sit here and just disrespect the James family like Skip Bayless, but
No, I'm not saying the kid can't ball, Noah. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that if he was this type of a player and didn't have that name, he'd be a 3.5, maybe a 3-star.
yeah, and I can entertain that take. If people have that opinion, I don't think that's the case. I think if that was the case, they'd just give him a 5-star recruit rating just because he's Bronny James. And I haven't seen a ton of him play, but the clips I have seen, he looks to be pretty dominant. Um, I do think the younger son though looks to be maybe the real gem in the family with being an absolute dominant kid. I mean, he's like taller than Bronny, and he's only like 13, 14 years old. Um, Either way, great genetics. They're probably both going to be just routine all stars in the NBA when they
Probably.
make it there.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
going back to LeBron, yeah, I am
Yeah.
shocked to see that he signed a 2-year extension. I wonder if it's like a pride thing, like he's getting. Everybody always talks about, oh well, LeBron's not a true Laker. Like like if you want to be a Laker great, you don't. Obviously, he's one of the 2 best players who's ever played the sport of basketball.
Yeah.
But if you really want to be known as a Laker great, he's got to win another championship at least while he's there, and I think that might be a little bit of a pride thing, is why he signed this extension here.
Well, especially because once you look at the roster and everything, this is the roster that he essentially put together. He thought he could win with these guys, and there has to be a pride thing there too. He can't have this be the third team in a row. He's blown up the salary cap and the roster and their future to win now, and then just falling flat on the face. And that's what the Lakers did. And I want to get, and Noah, I mean, come on. They're going to run it back with Russ, AD, and LeBron. I mean, dude, I hate to say this. Actually, no, I don't hate to say this. I love saying this from the top of my lungs. The Lakers are going to suck again this year. The Lakers are dead. They are not making it to the playoffs. They will not touch the play-in tournament. The only reason they will go over 500 games is because LeBron will stay healthy for most of the season. That is the only reason. Anthony Street Clothes Davis will be a thing still. Russell Westbrook will be a thing still. And LeBron will still be ringless again in LA. And I cannot wait for that to happen.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be a threat. I think they'll be right on the verge of maybe making the playoffs, maybe not, depending on, how healthy they can stay this next season. But, after, by that second or third year now that's left on LeBron's contract, I think they could get back to, adding the right pieces and becoming a threat. They kind of got to purge some out. Cough, cough, Westbrook. But yeah, they could be. I mean, they could be good down the road. I could see them winning another championship in the next 3 years. This next year's not going to be it, but yeah, it's one of the weirdest things. If you look at the lines, I think their over unders at like 38.5, yet they're like the 4th or 5th favorite to win the championship.
Yeah,
and that just makes absolutely no sense to me. It's just funny.
No sense whatsoever. But I mean, my last thing on this note, and then we'll wrap up here. Obviously, we got to talk about the effect this has on LeBron James' legacy. We talked about it a little bit, how he isn't a true Laker. He needs to win another title there. But I'm going to say this here, and I'm going to say it now, and I say it with all the conviction in my heart. LeBron needs this more than anything to prove in his legacy that he can take a subpar team to the finals at any stage of his career.
No, he did that multiple times in Cleveland, and then couldn't win with those teams, but he made some deep playoff runs with shitty teams.
But he couldn't win.
He's done it before.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He needs to prove, in order to be that guy that everyone says he is, to secure his legacy as one of the true greats, he will need to be able to take AD and Russ, put him on his back, and take him to the promised land. Because let's be real, he's not going to get a lot of help. He's just not. That's not what this Lakers team is built for. It's going to be LeBron, facilitating and hoping that people can make shots. But if he doesn't, LeBron's just going to take over like he does every year.
Yeah. I do have, with this contract extension being signed, I do have a little bit more respect for LeBron than I had. Not that I didn't have respect for him previously, but I think this is a grown adult move. Yeah. He made his bed, as you touched on him. Kind of, this roster was one that he pretty much led assembling, and he made his bed, and now he's sleeping in it. And so, respect to him. That's that's a grown adult move right there.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I will say shout out to him for that. Shout out to him for not pussying out and getting out of the situation. But Noah, anything else to say about the LeBron James extension before we wrap it up here today?
And I just think it's crazy. Like, LeBron's getting up towards 40, still playing arguably some of the best basketball of his career. He deserves all the money that he's getting paid.
Yes.
I can't sit and argue that he doesn't deserve to be paid what he's being paid. So,
no,
shout out to him getting that bag. And we'll see. Personally, I hope the Lakers don't have any success here, but we'll see if LeBron can add to his legacy.
Yeah, he can't. The Lakers are dead. With that being said, thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. Help us grow the channel and fight that YouTube algorithm. We also, guess what? We got merch now, so check that out in the description down below. And, of course, follow us on the Twitter at DGenTakes, at Perfect1 for myself, at N_Engelbretson for Noah, and Engel Money Train for the most degenerate bets known to man. He's been on a hot streak, and he's going to keep it fucking moving. Chew, fucking chew. Let's go, Noah. With that being said, Lakers are dead. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.